Maid's Mighty Maple Music presents part two of Sloan. We'll say this is Sloan and Friends. We're looking at some of my vinyl and just giving you a look at some of the fun features included in this murder records, side projects, and some of the Sloan we missed in the video prior. So we'll start with the Tons records. This is their very first, and it is a gatefold. I'm still kind of getting used to the way to film the 12 by 12, vinyl. And there's the, I believe, early first picture of Tons. And this is on Royal Mountain. You can see the first thanks is to Menno, who is also in Anyway Gang. I believe he runs Royal Mountain. So this is the first Tons record. What was this, 2000? Oh, it doesn't say on the back, but you can see the Royal Mountain. 16, there we go. So there's your back. Am I correct in remembering that this is Mike O'Neill who does these drawings? I believe so. Here is Duly Noted, the second Tons record. This one put out on Murder Records as Murder 067. Sorry, sometimes it won't focus. But 67, that's the year I was born, so this one's a favorite because it's Murder Records 67, right? Here's the inside. Sorry, there was a truck driving by. Here's the inside art for Duly Noted with lyric sheet. And the dice, which I believe are on one of the shirts. There we go. Next you see coming up, having to catch on Instagram that Mike O'Neill was advertising a few years back that he put out this particular record, Wild Lines, on vinyl. He is just such a sweet voice, very underrated as a singer. And here's the back. Looks like he put it out himself with assistance from the province of Nova Scotia. Very, very awesome picture of a, for lack of a better term, a record machine. So that's the only Mike O'Neill. I'm not sure if he has any other vinyl. We'll have to check with the Mike O'Neill experts. Here is the first Anyway Gang vinyl. You can see a tag on it. That is from Zia Records, a very famous record store in Arizona and in Vegas. And this is a limited edition 45 RPM purple vinyl. And there's some funny things I want to show you as I was opening this and looking at it. Here's your picture, original first Anyway Gang. First of all, let me show you how gorgeous this purple is. Okay, stuck in there. Again, it's not showing it at its best. I think the light from outside is making it more pink. But this puppy is purple. Although it doesn't look it next to the purple on Trans-Canada Highwayman. There's some silly things about Chris Murphy that I hadn't read on the back here. Anyway, Gang is Chris, Dave, Menno, and Sam. Chris played drums, but that's not why he's first. He's first because he is by far the oldest. Oh, God. I don't think, man, I think Sam's maybe about 6 years behind him. Anyway, the rest of us played the rest and we all sang. And then there's something else funny about Chris on here. Where is it? Give me a second. Oh yeah, here. It says who each member is, Dave Monks has ears, courtesy of Dynalone Records. Chris Murphy appears despite not telling Murder Records. Shh. And then Sam Roberts appears courtesy of Universal, and then Menno appears courtesy of the Ministry of Silly Walks. I'm sure that's an inside joke, but I wanted to share those. Here is a quite recent release of Trans-Canada Highwaymen on vinyl. It's kind of funny, I don't have the CD yet, but I will, probably when I go see them. It says, catch TCH in concert. The set list is full of bangers. I wish I could get it to, if I hold it still, maybe it will. That's not completely focusing. Next up is Matthew Grimson. This is a Murder Records release. Let's see, I think Chris and Matt Murphy and Joel Plaskett put this together. And it has, if you look at the back, it has the original cassette cover that Matthew had done. And you can see who the players are on it. So you see MM for Matt Murphy, CM for Chris Murphy, AS for Andrew Scott, who also plays on it. This was a friend of theirs from Nova Scotia. I have to say I was very lucky. I went to Nova Scotia in 2006 and was able to meet Matthew. He was working at, I guess it was Old Dan's or Tracks. I forget. I'm losing track of which was called which, but I was able to get his CD. He sold it to me out the back of the record store. So that is a prized CD we'll find sometime when I do my CD vinyl. But I'm glad that Joel remixed this and put that out. A couple of years ago. Let's see. 2019. All right. Next up, I don't have a ton of Murder Records stuff outside of Sloan. I do have this Super Friends record. I might have found this in Nova Scotia. I'm not sure. But here you go. 1996 Murder Records. And Super Friends. And there is the picture from the inside with the Super Friends. And there's something else, another little Chris Murphy oddity, if we're looking at Sloan things, in their thank yous. And you can see some of the likely characters, like the Local Rabbits and the Inbreds, and Dave Marsh from Joel's band. But next to Chris Murphy, it says TC in parentheses. Doesn't have anything in parentheses next to Jay Ferguson or Patrick Pentland. And do I not see Andrew Scott? He was not thanked. I think he had moved off to Toronto by then. Anyway, somebody will have to find out why next to Chris Murphy it says TC. But there you go. There is Super Friends. And this one is called Slideshow. Here's the Four Nights at Palace Royal. I haven't opened it. I admit I have to sweet talk one of my friends who says she may sell me her Twice Removed box set. I went to the Twice Removed tour, but I was trying to be a good girl and I didn't buy the box set, and now I'm like, what was I thinking? Anyway, I do have the One Chord to Another box and the Navy Blues box, but I opened it up because I just love the cover to the Sloan Party album, and I love it a lot because my mom had the Beach Boys one, so it always looks like the Beach Boys one to me. Sorry, the set list is in here. They put so many fun things in their box sets. They are worth every penny. Here's the back of the party record. And I heard something from a pretty reliable source that maybe Stephen Page was somewhere near the Sloan party. Not sure. Okay, let's go to the 45s. Oh my goodness, this is a heavy set of things here. Let's see if I can move them. Here is the Never Hear the End of It demos. I do believe I can thank my friend Tracy for this. She was able to go to shows to be able to pick this up for me. And you get a demo from each member. It's not the end of the world, the slow version. I thought it was already slow. Sorry. The Best Part of Your Life, Four Seasons, and Before the End of the Race are the 4 demos. And we take a look at these. And these are beautiful, sort of bluish. I would call those maize and blue. So those are the colors of those. Thank you to my friend Tracy, who also picked me up this cassette, which is the demos from one chord to another. I do have a cassette player, so I shall open that. A couple more Sloan related friends. Let's see. We'll start with 45 for the Constantines and Feist are on each side. What's kind of fun about this is Feist is doing the Islands in the Stream with Kenny Rogers. Well, it was originally made by Kenny Rogers and Dolly Parton, and it's a Gibb, the Bee Gees, written song. And then Trans Canada is the name of the Constantine song. So that's a fun 45. This is just an old friends of and Nova Scotian heroes, Cool Blue Halo. And I point this one out because often seen on Sloan is the Terry Pulliam production. And same with this Cool Blue Halos. Let's see, I gotta pull it up closer to me. This was released on Release Records in Halifax. I was looking for a year, but I don't see a year. Here's another related. Here's Plum Tree. Water has leaked into my suit. Now, Plum Tree inspired the Scott Pilgrim song. Or they had a song about Scott Pilgrim, and that was the inspiration for the comic. This one, again, Terry Pulliam, and this was on Cinnamon Toast. Lawrence Curry sounds really familiar, too, as a Southwest, or spit it out, yeah, producer from that part of the country. Here is Hardship Post. And this is not a Murder Records, but it is got an address for Newfoundland. Sugarcane. This is Magwheels Records. And then this one is Eric's Trip. But what's funny about this Eric's Trip, it's on Sub Pop, but one of the tracks on it is called Sloan Song. And I would say that this probably came from that Sub Pop singles subscription that I had back then too, because it looks, yeah, it's the same year, 93, as the Never Mind the Mullocks that we were looking at yesterday. Hey, I recorded that video yesterday. There you go. Oops. And then last one for today is an actual also Murder Records release. I was looking all over it. I can't find the number. It says it was recorded in 1997. And this is, I don't know what they call this kind of fold, but it is yellow. And this is the Local Rabbits. Let's see. Here's the front. There's that side. Let's see. I'm trying to look. 1997 is also the release on it. So, very do-it-yourself here with this type of cover. So that's a sweet Murder Records hold. So that's kind of my Sloan and side project / friends collection. And I appreciate you tuning in and watching. Pretty soon we'll get some speakers and I'll be able to start playing a couple of things on these videos. But for right now, appreciate you just checking out some fun vinyl that you can look for in your collection. Have a great day.